Alright, we have finished chapter 7 yesterday, now going to chapter 8, please read. Tada bandho yada chittam kinchid vanchati shochati kinchid munchati grunhati किंचित हृष्यति कूप्यति तदा मुक्तिर्यदा चित्तं न वाञ्छति न शोचति न मुञ्चति न गृह्णाति न हृष्यति न कूप्यति तदा बंधो यदा चित्तं शक्तं काश्वपि दृष्टिषु तदा मोक्षो यदा चित्तं असक्तं सर्वदृष्टिषु. These verses today will be just out of the world. They are so good. Every verses are like that. But before we get into the verse, please see the simplicity of this wisdom, that is yourself. Reason, you have to literally get out of a huge conditioning for the longest time that this is very, very difficult. That this knowledge is only for the rarest of the rare few. Added to that, there are many verses, and also like many people quote also. The trouble is like devil quoting the scripture, highlighting only the points where it is told is very, very tough. In reality, when they talk about it, it is just to caution the individual, just don't take it lightly. Not that the teacher's purpose is to prove that this is very difficult so that you cannot understand it. Then why talking about it? It's like telling there is a medicine by which you can get eternal youth. Shangri-La, one place is there. If you go there, you will be eternally young. Naturally everybody is desperate. Then they ask, how to go there? You cannot. Then why are you telling me? What is the idea? You shall be free, you are the absolute, you are immortal, you are wonderful. Alright, how to be that? Not you. Then just don't talk nonsense. If I cannot grasp it, then what is the idea of listening to all these things? Please understand, friend, there is no question of not being able to grasp it because you are it. The few minutes I asked you to sit down quietly before the starting of the class itself will be a huge pointer for you. It will be a huge pointer. You can see it for yourself. Please. The moment you close your eyes, ask yourself. Please. The moment you close your eyes, ask yourself, where are you? For most people, the moment I say, open your eyes, look, please, the moment you are opening your eyes, I say, what do you see? Immediately we shall talk of the whole world. Suppose you have to describe it, oh boy, endless. Too many things. So, when you are opening your eyes, if I say, where do you begin? There, outside world. Okay. So when you close your eyes, memories. This is average person. Open the eyes, objects. Close the eyes, memories. Never with himself. Tell me which is difficult, friends, and which is easy. When perception is conditional, memories are also conditional, yourself is unconditional. Perception is conditional because the things may not be there, it may change. Your eyes having cataract, your eyes going crazy, you cannot see it. Conditional. Memories are also conditional because memories are dependent upon the perceptions. You have not seen, you have not heard, you have not touched, you have not tasted, you have not smelled, you have not, what memory? What memory can you have? It's conditional. But Because there are no memories, are you unconscious? Can it be simpler? Because there is no memories, therefore shall you say you are unconscious? But because you are lost at the level of the memory, what happens? We go up and down. Oh, I cannot remember, or I can remember. Arrogance or unnecessary humility. Not humility, humiliation. I cannot remember, Then everybody will say, Gade, Kalde, donkey, can't remember. Beku, stupid. Beautiful words are there, no? Just think. If you can remember, you are conscious of your thought. If you cannot remember, if the thought doesn't come, you are still conscious. So you are not unconscious or stupid. Your being with yourself is unconditional. Unfortunately, our whole sense of individual or individuality, our whole sense of existence in this world is dependent upon what you see, what you hear, what you touch, what you smell. It's like unless you have a job, you are an idiot. Unless you are educated, you are stupid. Unless you are married, as though you could not do anything in life. Unless you have children, you are a waste. What is this? Your being important, your being who you are, is it dependent upon so many other things? No. Your being with yourself is absolutely easy. Absolutely easy. And that is where they take you back to the source. The teaching is to take you back to the source and not create new boundaries. Creating new boundaries, new identities. That is where you go to religious, whether previously when you are not a person who, exposed much to religion, but a lot of secular studies, you had a huge identities like I am an engineer, I am a doctor, I am a chartered accountant, I am managing director, I am employed, unemployed, rich, poor. Then at one time you get tired. After you get tired of all these things, then what happens? You pick up a new role. I am a religious person. I breathe, I stand on my head, I do these things. I am I don't want to touch garlic, I don't look at anything. So what happens? You are creating a different boundary. You are not taking yourself away from the boundaries. Are you getting that point? You are creating a different boundary. Previously, you are rich and poor. Now you are a renunciate under the tree. Other people's problem. When you are rich, you could feed yourself. Now when you renunciate, others should feed you. Because you are waiting for God also to feed you. You understand the point? It becomes difficult. Who you are is something completely beyond all these things. Absolutely easy. Therefore, when you sit down even for 2 minutes, don't sit down there waiting for the classes to begin. Don't sit down there waiting for the thoughts to subside. Just be. To be yourself. I can straight away go into that language because you have been listening to it for the longest time. This is not Tattva classes to say who am I and all that stuff. Being yourself is the easiest thing to be. Understand? Remembering is a job. Doing something is a job. Perceiving is a job. These are all efforts needed. You have to do something. To see, you have to do something. Open your eyes, go to the object. To hear something, open your ear, go to the sound where it is available. To remember a thought, better sit down and remember. Wait for the thought to come. Listen carefully. Wait for the thought to come. To be conscious. Shall you wait for a thought to come? Shall you wait for a perception to take place? If you put that consciousness, call the truth, call it formless, absolute, call it divine if you like, but the moment you give a divine a representation, again conditions apply. Where is God? In the temple, or in the particular stone or church or whatever the structure it is. Then what happens? You fight with each other. That is where ticketing system comes. 10,000 rupees. So is he nearer to God? Huh? Everybody tells the story, but nobody enjoys it. What did you say? In Tamil Nadu especially, so many stories are there. Around India it is there. I forget the names, but if I tell you know the stories and the names, but I don't remember those names. Madurai, the king was building the temple. And here near Tiruvalur also, one very ordinary person also building a temple. How? Mentally. The king was building it step by step, stone by stone, with the help of thousands of masons. And here he was building, every day he was working, 2 stones, 10 stones, 30 stones, whatever, he was building also. So happened the day that the big temple was going to be consecrated, in his mind also that consecration. The story is like that. God had in a dream to the king, he told, Chola king or whatever, told him, I cannot be there today. It's all must be story, because he said God cannot be in 2 places at one time. Anyway, just highlighting. These are sometimes, if you are a thinker, everything falls apart. You don't know what to do with it. That is why they say, be aware. A thinker is let loose in the world. Like a tiger is let loose, you are all in trouble. A thinker, a person who can think, can make upside down. Everything. Because ultimately, no thought is needed to be who you are. So anyway, so he built the temple. The God comes in a dream, I cannot come. You go there. I am going there. So the king said, what is that temple which is more important than my huge temple, that the God is going there? So he visits the place and there is no temple. Then he comes to know there was a saintly person who was building it and it in his mind. And today it is consecration. The king built another temple here for that. You hear that story, but still you go to the temple to fight. Darshan number 1, darshan number 2, darshan number 3, 5,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees, 500 rupees. Why? If you close your eyes, God is gone. Huh? It is there. To be with yourself, call it being with the divine, call it God, whatever you like, is absolutely easy. To visit a God in a temple, to see a divinity in something, if you imprison the God into a particular name or a form, you will find it very difficult to reach that place. That is why one of these beautiful prayers in our tradition, when after you listen this, to get this knowledge, you pray, oh God, please excuse me. Why? Because so far I had imprisoned you in a particular form. For that mistake, please forgive me. What a beauty! What a beauty! As much is here, that much is there everywhere. There is no question. So the easiest thing to be. So when you see that, this is what happens. Na heya na upadeya kalpana. There is nothing to give up, nothing to be. So when you sit down closing your eyes, in these 2 minutes you can see for yourself. Are you struggling with your thoughts? Or are you just being yourself? Thoughts do not demand attention. When you work on that, no thought demands attention. A thought comes, thought goes, like a flower. Did this flower whisper to somebody, please take me to the classroom today? I am always on the tree. Everybody else in the morning there is a competition. Which flower should come to our table? So this fellow jumped into the hand of the person. Is it so? Have you seen any competition in the world? Does it ever happen you are walking down the street and suddenly your diamond necklace jumps from the jeweler's shop to your neck and tells, take me home? Is it? Does the car comes out of the auto showroom and says, get in, take me home? Is it so? Please friends, think. Nothing demands your attention. If there is a demanding attention like your hunger or your thirst, again it is up to you, at least for some time. Hunger is a demand. Yes, it demands your attention. With what your hunger should be satisfied, does the hunger say that? Does your stomach tell you, today only Thai food, Chinese? No. South Indian, forget it. Does it happen? Who is feeding? You come back, I'm just building it up. You shall see now, it will come in the last verse like an atom bomb. Think, friends. It's so beautiful. You know, the individual goops up everything. That is why when the teacher listens to the student, when the student says, na graha, na tyaga, na laya, knowing myself who I am, in whom the whole universe is rising and setting. If this macrocosmic language is difficult to be comprehended, you comprehend this micro language. In you, in your inner universe, the waves of thoughts rising and setting away. Consciousness remains ever the same. If there is a stormy ocean inside you, listen carefully. Who is affected? The storm doesn't affect the storm itself. The ocean is not affected by the high tides unless there is somebody, right? When you say, I am so worried, that fellow, can you catch it? So when the student now reveals himself that now there is no question of renouncing something, accepting something, or resolving something, because I am with myself all the time. The teacher said, Layam Braja, knowing yourself who you are, let everything be resolved in one consciousness. Then the student goes one step forward, like yesterday we saw, one step forward and says, what is there to resolve? There is nothing to accept, nothing to reject. There is nothing other than the self, the absolute. So what is there to renounce, give up, accept, resolve? Oh, the teacher must have been absolutely happy. That was, I was reading one Sanskrit book this morning, a very nice Subhasita. I can't tell the exact verses because too many verses, how to remember so many. One is, the one who is aguni, meaning the person who is ignorant, guninam, he is sort of jealous of he cannot appreciate the guna of a guni. You know that, okay? The fellow who has not achieved anything, he is intolerant of anybody's achievement. Guni guneshu maschari. The person who has some achievement will be jealous of other person also who has achieved something. Now he says, Sarala and Viraloi Mahasaya, such a person is really Sarala, very innocent, in a sense simple, and Virala, very rare to get, who is a Guni and appreciates others' guna. Think of it. You are a great musician. To appreciate other people's music, it needs tremendous quality. You are a good man. Appreciate other person's goodness. You are an artist. Appreciate other people's art. The people who don't have any achievement, they will be hating the achievements of other people. Between the achievers, huge competition. That is useless. But one who is aware of his own quality and also appreciates wherever he sees a little quality, he is a very, very rare person. When the student says, teacher says something beautiful, and the student says something more beautiful, the teacher doesn't say, so showing off. No, happy. Now this boy also knows it very nicely. Can you be happy with others' happiness? That happens only when you genuinely discover the happiness in yourself. There is no insecurity inside you. Only when you are insecure, you cannot give the other person his due. Because suddenly the person will be better than you, That is why there are people who should see you walking down. Who should wish to whom first? Very, very important. Because if you wish somebody, that means you are inferior. So their hands should be going like this until somebody does namaskar. The moment namaskar, why? Because he or she is respected. You see? What is Rama? There is one quality of Rama in Raghuvamsa when he says very beautifully, Kalidas describes, Purvavasi. Purvavasi means before he is spoken, he speaks. Before you come and greet me, hello, how are you? Namaskar, good morning, how are you? Why? You are so full of yourself, so happy with yourself. You don't wait for somebody to respect you to be respected. And you see the same truth here, there is everywhere. Quotation is heavy. Sarvadevam namaskaram narayanam prati gacchati. Anytime you do namaskar, it goes to only Narayana. Then why don't you do namaskar first? Quotation is fantastic. Sarvadevam namaskaram narayanam prati gacchati. Anytime you do namaskar to anybody, it goes to only to Narayana. Then wait until somebody pulls your leg, touch your foot. Right? This is ridiculous, friends. See it for yourself. The teacher is absolutely thrilled that here is a student who is so nice, and he comes down with another 10 to 12 verses. Super verses, adding to this wisdom. You cannot add to the wisdom, understand, friends? Just like a dance. Dance is an ecstasy. No mood, mudras, movements can add to the dancer. That is why the creation is known as the dance of Nataraja, dance of Shiva. Srishti Tandava, Pralaya Tandava, the dance. Because nothing is added to the dancer, nothing is taken away from the dancer. So here is something, this is nothing added to the vision, celebration of a vision. Describing the Ganges, the beauty of the Ganges at the Himalayas, are you adding to it? Are you taking away to it? This is our celebration. The object is standing there with all its majesty. The mountain is standing with all its majesty. It's up to us. Thousands of pages you can write, or simply say, what a wonderful thing. Both are same. Same thing also about yourself. You see the reality for yourself. Very important. Not how does somebody speak, how does somebody write. If that the writing, speaking, it should be an overflow from yourself. You are happy with yourself, you can't keep quiet. Chalo, doesn't matter. So the student now literally takes this teaching from the student, from the teacher now, student now takes the teaching from the student. Teacher now, student now literally drags, pulls it out of the teacher. And the teacher says what? Simple language, see, there is no logic, which is everybody's experience. There is no unnecessary complication. This grammar, this sandhi, that sandhi, none of the simple language which anybody will understand. ASHTAVAKRA tells Janaka, Tada Bandha, that time you are bound, that time there is bondage, Yada, when, Chittam, Kinchit, Vanchati, Sochati, Munchati, Grunnati, Rushyati, Kupyati. You can put yourself in that right now. He gives you the picture of the bondage, also gives the picture of the freedom, liberation. Now you can put yourself there. Straight away you can set yourself. Where do you stand? Tada bandha. That time there is a bondage where chittam kinchit vanchati. When your mind, what is that mind means? Individuality, the I. We will come back to the last verse, we shall see that time. Chittam kada, when your mind kinchit vanchati. When you look at your mind, suppose there are many different types of thoughts. What? Vancha. Vancha means ichha. There is a very strong thought of owning something, getting something, gaining something. Vanchati. So, vancha, ichha, is something wrong? No, friends. Ask yourself the question. Does it so happen that your happiness depends upon gaining that object of your thought? That there is a vancha, listen carefully, okay? That there is a ichha is not a problem. Hunger comes, thought will come. Food. What food? any food, anything available will satisfy my hunger. You are not bound by food. Only Thai food bound. Are you getting that point, please? Because you must differentiate between a thought, just an innocent thought, and a strong desire behind the thought. You must see. Or else you shall be giving that, don't have any thought, no icha, no vancha, no desire, nothing whatsoever. You are trying to make people piece of brick or a stone. Vanchati, do you have a strong wish, a desire that vanchati, I want this, without which I am incomplete. Don't say that I want this, is nothing wrong. Next half, without which I am incomplete. That is for you to survey. Are you getting that point? That is for you to find only, because that you desire, that you wish for something, that's your choice. But if I get it, then only I shall be fulfilled. I shall be happy. Oh, you are bound. Tada vandaha, you are not tied down by that object of your thought. Kanchiti, vanchati, and therefore sochati. You cannot escape sochati, soka. If you desire, you shall be disappointed. Or hrishyadi, you shall be excited if you get it. So you cannot escape these ups and downs. That is why people of moods. You see the average person literally swayed by these moods. Are you getting that point, please? So you observe yourself. Is the object a problem? Does the object desire to be desired? No. Is the thought a problem? No. That the thought desires to become a desire? No. Then who does it? I. So ask yourself, do I have that vancha, icha? You resolve your problem. Don't ask people, I don't know, why am I feeling restless? Hey, why are you feeling restless? How somebody should say. Look, it is not a physical problem. Physical problem, you may not know it. Because suppose you are getting a stomach upset or something, somewhere pain coming back, front, somewhere top, bottom, some pain comes. You don't know. Why? Then you go through a scanning. When you go through the scanning, somewhere deep inside the brain there is a tumor. Abba, how can you see that? So that somebody should see it. Mentally, if there is something is bothering you, you say, why something is bothering me? That means what? Something is bothering you, or you are affected by that thought. Please change the language. We have equated them with like mosquitoes. Now suppose you sit down here, hundreds of mosquitoes coming. What shall you say? I am bothered by mosquitoes or mosquitoes are bothering me? Of course mosquitoes are bothering me, because you are not going there, you are sitting down here, boom, 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 it comes, right? Now, thoughts are not like mosquitoes. Sit down here, so thoughts are all flying around bothering you. Is it so? Thoughts are not some living entity, directing, targeting you. Are you getting that point, please? No thought targets you. No memory targets you. A thought comes by itself, goes by itself. In between, we drag the thought onto ourselves. To really see this, years and years you have listened to this, but still if you say there is a problem, what does it mean? You are a problem, not your thoughts. So that is time you will be bound, yada vanchati, therefore sochati. Kinchit munchati grunhati. Very desperate to get rid of few things so that he can be happy. If you cannot get rid of it, you will be miserable. Grunhati, very desperate to get something. Listen carefully. Very desperate to gain something, get something, grab something. If you can't grab, can't get, disappointed. Ask yourself, friends, behind your action, is there any desperation? Please, please. Only you shall know it. Others cannot. Only you shall know it. You may be sitting down very quietly. Not necessarily you are very quiet. Why? One is restless to go out. You are not restless, but you are suffering inside. You are waiting. If only it can happen, it will be so nice. No. So just because somebody is physically, are you getting that please? Just because somebody is physically sitting down quietly, that does not mean the person is very comfortable with himself. No, no, no. He can be going through a cyclone inside. Na kinchit munchati, na grunhati. Na kinchit rushyati, na kupyati. Now suppose tada bandha yada kinchit rushyati. If you are very excited, elated about getting something, wow, it's so nice, and you don't want it to go away, it should be always like that, then what will happen? Kupyati, you shall go through the opposite. When it goes away, angry. That is why people get angry with God. Unknown, time, husbands, wives, children, friends, government. Understand? Where from this is coming? If you say, na graho, na tyago, na layah, there is nothing to renounce, nothing to gain, nothing to resolve, then where from this is coming? If there is a moment of your vancha, ichha, desperate desire, getting something without which you cannot live happily, or waiting for getting rid of something or having something only with which you can be happy, understand friends, it is not another person. It can be a flower, not necessarily a kingdom. Do you understand what I am talking, sir? Not necessary that it must be a kingdom. You are very, very realistic. You nobody is crying for a kingdom. You only kings will cry for a kingdom. Your kingdom is a flower. Your kingdom is a pen, a pencil, mother's ornament, who takes? Father's house, who takes? This is what it is. Inheritance. Even walking down, who smiles at you, who doesn't smile at you? 3 friends came up, they all greeted him, but nobody recognized me. Very simple. Don't, you see, the trouble is, we are looking for to solve all bigger problems. What is that? Anger, hatred, jealousy. Forget it. Simpler problems of life, simpler situations of life. Any time don't you do that? Does a doctor cures a whole disease or kills a virus? Can a doctor kill a whole disease without killing the virus? What is the manifestation of disease? The physical body can be getting wasted away. Cancer, headache, backache, stomachache, pain everywhere. All because of what? A particular disease. And what the healer does? He can heal the whole thing, root. Take that little virus out, suddenly everything becomes beautiful. What are we trying to do? We are not curing the cause, we are curing the symptoms. Desires after desire, things after things, objects after objects. And always neglected, because the ahankar, listen carefully, it is so beautiful. The ahankar congratulates itself, sits down with a smug satisfaction. I have heard about myself, I am the Brahman, the consciousness. But the trouble is, the flower is not available. Beautiful, beautiful. I have heard about myself, I am consciousness, I am Brahman, I am the truth. There is nothing beyond the truth. I am the truth. But my trouble is, Swamiji, the mosquitoes. What wisdom. Impressed. Mullah, one day he was, in his village, there was a visitor. And that visitor is a rich man. He goes to a shop to have some restaurant to have some food. And then he goes to that for food, then there is nothing much, but there are eggs, boiled eggs were there. So this person, okay, give me that boiled egg. So he ate 2 eggs. Then he asked, sir, how much I have to pay? You have to pay 4 sovereigns of gold. Yeah, 4 sovereigns of gold. Why is it like that? He says, sir, do you understand what you have eaten? If these eggs you would not have eaten, they would have become chicken, babies. That these chickens would have given much more eggs. Those eggs would have been much more chicken. And those chickens would have given much more eggs. And those eggs would have hatched to much more chicken. You know how much you have eaten up? 4 gold sovereign, is costly? Fellow didn't know what to do because it's solid logic. He paid for it but came to Mullah. He paid for it and came to Mullah. See, this is I come to your village and this is the justice. What is this? This fellow is cheating me outright. He said, what happened? He told the whole story. Then Mullah said, all right, you call the fellow home. Because Mullah is a local judge, so his house is also court. So both the restaurant fellow and this restaurateur and both of them came. And then Mullah, when he came, he was boiling something. Then they just to wait. After some time they were waiting. Then the Mullah said, okay, sir, sorry to keep you waiting, but these are the beans I am boiling. Just I will plant them and come back. So this man who is desperate, lost his money, he has no thought. But the restaurateur is wasting time because he is making money every minute selling things. So he said, are you stupid? He said, why? These boiled beans, if you put, will it germinate? He said, that solves your case. Boiled eggs would not have done it. You did not boil the egg for his sake. You had already boiled it. So how can you ask money for that? Now, come back to the greatness of the people who are considering themselves wise because of the information. I know everything. Everything is badhita. Everything is counteracted. There is only one pure consciousness. I am Brahman, absolute consciousness. I am the happiness itself. Then where from the germination comes? Ichha, vancha, desire, comparison, frustration. Where from? Where from? Anger, hatred, depression, jealousy, comparison. Where from? Do you understand? Shall you have a second look at yourself? Or shall you go on denouncing the world? What do people do in the name of spirituality, religion, holiness? What do they do? They go on dismissing things which are not to be dismissed. The creation is absolutely innocent. Please see that. No sounds happen to attract you. The birds don't sing to entertain you or to attract you. You do that for the animals. What do? You take a goat as a bait, where the tiger can come. You can throw a little bait for the fish can come, so he can catch it. Human beings are the atrocious, you understand that? You use a bait, listen carefully, you use a bait or you yourself become a bait. You bait your body, bait your thoughts, bait your ideas. Why? Attractive, others people come and swallow it. What do you do? When you are happy with yourself, neither you swallow a bait, nor you make yourself a bait. Absolutely comfortable with yourself for who you are. There is nothing without which you shall be incomplete. Your sense of perfection, completion, fulfillment, happiness, joy, security, freedom, name it, is complete by itself. What to tell? So that is the bondage. Whenever, so look at yourself. If your thoughts you have converted to desires, therefore objects are desirable, then you will get into trouble. Simple formula, simple formula. There is an object, no desire. There is a thought, there is no desire. Consciousness illumines the thought, the object. In between, I comes up. I thought. When I comes up, you convert the thought to a desire. Object becomes desirable. The struggle begins where? In your mind. Please. Therefore, what is mukti? Tada mukti yada chittam na vanchati na sochati. You sit down and see. Na vanchati na sochati. There is no unnecessary projections. If you as an individuality do not exist, listen carefully. If you as an individuality do not exist, with a sense of emptiness, bondage, inadequacy, there shall be no suggestions from your mind, go and get it. Think. When you are bored, listen carefully. When you feel bored, your mind goes on throwing, do this, do that, do this, do that. 100 things will come. When you are happy, think. Just think. You don't have to be a wise man for that. Any day, when you are in a very happy mood, forget it, not because of wisdom, simply in a happy mood. What happens? When you are in a very happy mood, comfortable at your home, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon, have a lunch, lie down, very good. Somebody asks, will you like to go there? It's all right. Why? So much at home, at home. So much at home. Come here, this is enough. Why? What you are asking me to go for, I am already getting it here. Are you getting that point? What you are asking me to go for, I am already got it here. You want to relax in the beach? I am already relaxed. You want me to relax on the mountain top? Already relaxed. You want to go me to relax and watch a movie? I am already relaxed. So, right. Now, if at all you go thereafter, it is not for your relaxation, but for your friend's relaxation. Because you want to maintain that friendship, no? So the friend says, can you go? All right. What am I doing here which I am not going to do there? Here I am relaxed, there also I am relaxed. Okay, let's go. Freedom. And by chance the electricity fails. Last moment the picture is withdrawn. Who shall be disappointed? You or your friends? Your friend will be disappointed. What shall you say? Absolute philosophical. Tomorrow it will come, don't worry. Why? Well, you don't need it. Simple things, friends. Simple things. Why? Because you are relaxed. Same thing inside yourself. What you do to your friend under a situation outside, can you do with your mind? A thought comes. Is that thought coming to give you more? Suppose you fulfill that thought, will you make you more happy than who you are? will it make you more satisfied than what you are? Or if you don't get it, if you do not express your thought, will it make you more miserable? It will take away your happiness? Understand. Your thought is like your friend. Your thought is like an outsider inside. It just comes. If you don't express it, it doesn't take away your happiness, being who you are. If you express it, it doesn't add to your being who you are. What a person you are. Free. Are you getting that point, please? With it, I am as much happy as even without it. If you can handle it with your thought, what about the object? What bothers you? Are you getting that point, please? What is bothering you? Object or the thought of the object? Why the adults are always suffering? Children are always excited because thought, object. The child is excited with objects, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, excited every moment. Adult means what? What all have been collected as a child, that few thoughts, you have created a world inside a world. Your thoughts are a private world within the macrocosmic universe. Now you are stuck with your thought, therefore you can't go anywhere anymore. My thought. This is what religion is, this is what thought is, this is what good is, this is what bad is, this is what I should do, this is what I should not do. Boom. You are a prisoner of your thought. Therefore you can't move anymore. Finished. So what is bothering you? Please see. Next question. Thoughts are bothering you or you are bothering the thoughts? You shall smile and you shall say, yes, I am the one still doing it. 2 minutes only. After that, what happens? Why did he tell me like that? Where is your sanity? That is why observe. Be yourself. Yada muktir, tada mukti, yada chittam na vanchati, na sochati. So this is where extremists what will say. Those who desire, those who think, those who want, those who they are the one bound. So those who do not want, have no desire, nothing to grieve, nothing to get, nothing to renounce, no more elation, no more anger, they are the happiness. Meaning you are a stone. Don't say that. These are opposites. If you desire something for your happiness, if you cannot get it, you shall go through anger. So, listen carefully. So by desiring or by having that thought, if you are getting affected, another person says, by not having that thought I am free, what will happen, you know? If by not having that thought you are free, you shall have a constant fear of the thought's arrival. I have been a person who is afraid because of the presence of the thought waiting for its disappearance. If you are happy in the absence of the thought, you shall be afraid of the presence of a thought. Are you getting that point, please? So both are useless. So your happiness being who you are does not depend upon the presence of the thought or absence of the thought. Presence of the object or absence of the object. Are you getting that point, please? Wow. What a thing! And who has created this problem? We have created. It will come now. Let me go into that, because that is the one, boom, boom. It's like a nail on your head. This ahankar is so smart. Million times you nail it, comes out of it. Because nailing a shadow. Are you getting that point? Nailing a shadow. Can you nail a shadow? Can you nail a shadow? Ahankar is the shadow of the Absolute. That is why it never goes. Don't try to remove it. It is not there to be removed. We'll see that. We'll see that, friends. It's so fantastic. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Be the self. Then every thought is fantastic. Imagine How do you like? Tell me, how do you like? You go to somebody's house and this fellow tells you, these houses, this room only, you cannot go to that room, this room, that room, that room, that room, that room, garden is out of bound, this place is out of bound, you go there, only go there. How do you like it? Apartheid, right? Huh? What is so much restrictions? Right. So, you come to this world, this thing is taboo, hearing is a taboo, listening is a taboo, tasting is a taboo, touching is a taboo, smelling is a taboo, everything is a taboo. You should not do this, you should not do this, all these things. No thought, no thought, no thought. What happens now? So you are a prisoner of a little world. That is where, in the name of holiness, you become the, straight jacket. You become a prisoner of your thought. So, nothing. You can do whatever you like. Again, you are a prisoner of your permissiveness. Both way. A person can be prisoner of a thought what he should not do, and a person can also be a prisoner of a thought as to what he should do. How beautifully Upanishads is Abhaye Bhayadarshina. These fellows are, the ignorant person is so capable, Abhaye Bhayadarshina. He sees fear where there is no fear. And the teacher, so capable, creates fear where there is no fear. How do you like it? If you are afraid of fearlessness, what type of fear is that? Like there's a simple story. There was a story, okay? There was a Amrit. Amrit means what? Nectar. Nectar, if you eat, you will never die. Right? Nectar, if you taste it, you will never die. So there was an E and a fly, okay? Fly. He goes to the nectar bowl and sits on the side and wants to drink. Say that E is you only, don't worry. So you there and I jump. Huh? I'm going to die. Hey, how in the pot of Amrit you can die? Jump! No, I'm going to die. How? Standing out and fearlessness, you should be afraid. Mahadeva, Mahadeva, please. So now he says, now Rushyadi na kupyadi tada vandaha. Okay, tada vandaha yada chittam saktam kasopi drustishu. This line, you take it and really think over it and see it. It's an amazing line. It will be, in fact, this particular, when I was reading this morning, it was never ending. Just to contemplate, how much can I talk? Each one you should talk, you think, for you have some wonderful point, you come and tell me, I will also tell with everybody. No problem. It's so beautiful. Tada bandha, that time there is bondage, yada, chittam, this mind, saktam, kaswapi drustishu. Tada mokhya yada chittam, asaktam sarva drustishu. Maybe I shall do one thing. Let me explain the last verse first, because that is has the key. So once you have that key, you can explain everything very, very clearly. Read the last one, okay? Yada naham tada moksha yada ham bandhanam tada matveti helaya kinchit magruhana vimumchama yada naham tada moksha yadaham bandhanam tada matveti helaya kinchit magruhana vimumchama. You see the distinct change in this word. From first three verses, tada bandha yada chittam, tada mukti yada chittam, tada bandha yada chittam. Chittam, like wherever there is when there is a mind desiring this, not desiring this, that fellow is bound. When this mind doesn't desire, he is free. Mind, mind, mind. It's a vague word. Now that all the three verses replaced by one word. Yada, yada na, yada na, yada aham na, not chittam na. It is what you are telling. As long as there is chittam, there is bondage. So there is no chitta, there is freedom. Now the chittam he removes completely. Yada na aham tada moksha. When there is no I, liberation. No I thought, it is liberation. When there is a I thought, tada bandhanam. Okay? We will go a little onto the board. Okay? Just see this. Very simple. This is a self-portrait. You can do it by yourself. You please do it by yourself. It's a self-portrait. Okay? It's not I am painting you like any other subject. Okay? Just think of it. Any other subject, somebody is painting it, mountain is painting and all these things. Now you don't have to wait for your self-portrait. For your body, you may not be able to be an artist, okay? But you can definitely portray your mind. Very clearly see that this is one picture which is everybody's picture. Face is not everybody's face. Suppose you take a photograph of your body, is everybody's body? Different bodies, right? But organs, if you look at it, everybody's organ. Open it up, same thing. Are you getting that? Body is not same. Your body is not my body, my body is not your body. But open it up. Same heart, same kidney, same liver. That is why when a surgeon or a doctor opens one body, he has opened every human body. He can't say I am an Indian doctor, I can't handle American body. He can't say. I am an Eskimo doctor, only specialized in Eskimo bodies. I go to kidney body, can't handle it. No. Body, you open it. Same thing everywhere. Mind also is like that. One mind to open, everything happens. Physical body, you have to dissect another person's body to understand. In a living body, you cannot do that. Dead body, you can go and dissect and you can look at it. Whereas coming to mind, dissecting other people's mind, you will not get anything. Dissecting your mind, you will get the complete picture. And once you dissect your mind, you don't need to dissect anybody's mind. It's a waste of time, complete waste of time. You can see the whole mechanism. Please see how it is. All same picture. How beautiful it is. See, there is the, look at this, you start with the world, naturally. You start with the world. Here is the world. Oh, okay, same thing. Now you have seen so many mountains, sunrise, okay, the birds, okay. Rivers, okay, now there are grassland, okay, there are some trees and all that. So many things are there. This is the world, let us see, okay, this is the world. By itself, it has no problem at all. Then, until a human being appears, right or not? Is there creation a mystery to itself? No. Is there creation mystery to tigers? Buffaloes? Suddenly you see a lot of buffaloes sitting together, existential question. Why are we buffaloes? Why are they tigers? When the sun will rise? Why there is solar eclipse? Why suddenly we become happy? Nobody questions. Neither the trees, nor the animals, the whole creation. Nobody questions. Even in the human species also there are so many people, Manushya Rupena Mrugascharani. In the shape of human being also animals on the earth. Many animals are human beings, they don't question anything. No problem. They also don't question. For them, that is what they say no. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha samanyam etat pasumi narana. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunam. Ahara means eating. Nidra sleeping. Bhaya fear, Maithuna, breeding, Samanya method. It is all the same. Pashu, Nara, human being. Your dog eats, you eat. Your dog sleeps, you sleep. Your dog is afraid of a bigger dog, you are afraid of a more powerful person. The dog also breeds, you also breed. And then difference. Samanya method. Pashu bhi Narana. Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishi. Dharma. Dharma means, let us say, one who doesn't eat garlic and one who, flower, no, dharma there, dharma that what is real things. That by which everything is sustained. the absolute truth. So those who, human beings, those who look for this absolute truth, they only, such even, he alone is living, becomes other things, animals do, we also do. What is the difference? Animals also go over, have you seen the other day I was looking at a bird, a small bird coming out, and he started flying, and these birds are habit of going right to the top of the plant. And as he got to sit right to the top, it was a dry twig. The moment he sat down, it fell down. When it broke, what the birds will do? Immediately fly away. What way it is better than human being also? If there is a broken house or a house will collapse, you will stay there. Animal tendencies, same thing. So if the bird goes on making itself insecure throughout his life, it can never be secure. So as human beings you never feel secure. What does it mean? You remain an animal throughout your life. Facing the simple general insecurities once in a while, the person must look for the absolute security. The animal is hunting, got it, satisfied, didn't get it, disappointed. So the life is full between disappointment, appointment, disappointment, appointment, happy, unhappy, frustration, all this stuff. Human beings also continuously like that. What type of life is this? You are also another animal. Please. So, until, please see, the creation by itself is not a mystery. Until a human being comes. Human being comes means what? A child. Just think, a child is born. A human being is there. Okay? A child is born. Now when the child is born, he now is enjoying everything. Seeing the colors, listening to the sounds of the mommy, daddy, everybody and friends and all these things. Touching, swallowing, all that the baby does. To that 1 year, 2 year, 4 year, 5 year old, shall we sit down and say, come, self-knowledge, harmony. Who is the nuts? For them there is no problem. What are you looking for solution? Are you getting the point? Please friends, see. Go back to your childhood. Nothing. As a child, what problems you had? Just imagine you are the first man and the first woman. First, there is nobody else. You are the one person, only one human being in this earth. You are only one human being. Please appreciate. I am not theorizing. Think about it. You are the only person in this earth. Example, say not say how many coming. Don't worry about that. Just you are one person in this earth. What is your problem? For childhood, there will be absolutely no problem. Because seeing, hearing, touching, everything goes away. Okay? Now then what happens? When you are looking at him, you are also excited. Why? With each perception, your ears, okay, then your eyes, then your skin, then your nose, tongue. These are the 5 sense organs. The child only knows how to use those things. Here and all these things. You are looking at it, what happens? Sensations comes. Sensations. When sensations are coming, it is thoughts are also coming up. You see the mountain, now there is a mountain picture. You see the bird, now there is a bird picture comes up. You touch something, that sensation remains. You taste something, that sensation remains. You smell something, the sensation remains. Okay? All these things, please think, please see that. I am giving the picture again. All these things happens. How? The ears only hear. I have told you once, then this repeat. Ears only hear. The ears hear or ears are conscious? Ears are only hearing. Ears can only hear. But you are conscious. Are you getting that point, please? Are you conscious of ears hearing? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. You are deaf. Are you conscious that you are deaf? Huh? Yes. Yes. Shut up. If you are deaf, how can you listen? So this is what exactly. This here. Little smartness here and there. Very sharp. It's like a fellow was writing, children are given to write an essay. If you are a chief executive, CEO, if you are a chief executive, the person, everybody are writing, but one boy is not writing. So teacher, but I am waiting for my secretary. Your chief executive don't write their own thing. Instead of their right, dictate, right? So I am waiting for my dictate. Anyway, so really see. So you are conscious of you are conscious of deafness. I see or eyes are conscious. I see or eyes are conscious. I only see, eyes are not conscious. If you close your eyes, you don't see or you become unconscious. You don't see. That is a blind man may not see what he is conscious. So when you are conscious, what happens? With ears you are hearing, with eyes you are seeing, skin you are touching, and through the thoughts are taking place. So you are a child, now all these things are gathering. Will you ever be aware that you are consciousness? While seeing, are you aware of your eyes? While listening, are you aware of your ears? Because you are not aware, as Swami said, ears don't exist, eyes don't exist. They are there. But you are not conscious. Same thing. For you to be conscious, natural consciousness is there. Now all these things are happening. Now we see. The trouble begins in your private world of thoughts. When you see these mountains, nothing happens. You have only seen, heard, touched, tasted, smelled. Now these thoughts are all here. Now when these thoughts are literally, listen carefully, you have created another little world inside you. Right or wrong? You have created a little world inside you. Now, not only that is there, now when you say, I want to see, listen carefully. Now you say, oh, that yesterday somebody had some nice chocolate. Now that thought was there, beautiful. Next day, the chocolate is not there. The memory comes up. Now the eye says, I want the chocolate. I am looking at you. Who is telling? I. This eye also is a shadow, okay? This eye is telling, I want it. Now you are no more. Listen, you are no more seeing the world as it is. Now you want to see the world as you think. Are you getting that? You are no more seeing the world as it is. You go to somebody's house, your head is full of chocolate. He gives you biscuit. He gives you mixture. He gives you something. What do you say? Vanda. I don't want. Why? Not matching. Whatever comes, the child will accept it. Now, as I go up, whatever I want, that must come. You understand the shift takes place? Whatever comes, the child is taking, which I did not have any sense of individuality, no likes and dislikes, no judgment. As I go up, what happens? Whatever I want should be there. Now, imagine what a trouble it is. Forget other people. Listen carefully. Whatever I want should be there. Now the trouble comes indecision. Indecision is what? I want to see this. I want to hear this. I want to touch this. I want to smell this. Where shall I go? There is a music program. Somebody is inviting me. Where shall I go for the restaurant? Somebody is inviting me. Problem. Who is creating your problem? God. Right? So go for a puja. Lord, please take away my indecision. Right? Or go somewhere, please touch my between the eyebrows. That cases. You understand? Fix it. Who shall do it for you? who shall do it for you? The mullah was going somewhere and watching something and he was speaking. Then after some time he was tired and he wanted to drink some water. So the other fellow was standing, sitting there. He said, okay, take one glass for me also. The mullah went, came back. And this person said, did you take a glass of water? He said, I drank for myself. But when I finished it, there is no place for you. So my thirst is gone. There is no place for you. Meaning, you go to quench your thirst. I can't quench your thirst. I can't quench your thirst. You do it for yourself. That is when people say, somebody has repented or somebody has liberated, therefore you are liberated. What nonsense. You are a free person. You worship a free person, you will be a free person. What rubbish is that? Then why Krishna taught 18 chapters of Gita must be wasting his time? He saw him. And Krishna also touched him so many times. Then he should have finished. So the I is there. All these things bondage believes. When the thought is there, listen carefully. When the thought is there, yada chittam, when the thought is there, present thought is of the flower. Now what happens is the thought is a flower, now you want this flower. Because the thought has no sensation. Are you looking for a thought? Are you looking for a thought or looking for sensation? Are you looking for the object or looking for sensation? Come on, be honest. Are you looking for the object or are you looking for sensation? Huh? Sensation. Be honest. When you go to the restaurant, do you order food or taste? Food. Taste. Brilliant, isn't it? What do you order in a restaurant? Because we think like that what? Food or taste? Taste. Why Kentucky Fried Chicken? Why not Mary Brown? Why not homemade? Taste. Why Palak Paneer, North Indian style? Why not just Palak make a besan ghee? Why not? Are you looking for the taste? Are you looking for the object or the sensation? When you go to the music, same music. Other day I was listening to the somebody says beautiful. Another person, they want to become different, they have started YouTube. Useless. So therefore the music, therefore the script, the words change. The words are same, but you can't hear it anymore. Why? What meaning is this? So what are you going for? Think of a person, thinking of a person, loving somebody. What are you thinking about? Touch. Different people, the child is different, husband is different, wife is different, friend is different, different type of people are in different conditions. If you want a rich man, why are you thinking of a rich man? You can get some riches from him. I get that. Everywhere it is like some sound, sensation you are looking for. Now when you are looking for sensation, yada chittam vanchati, chittam vanchati or aham vanchati? Aham vanchami. Chittam vanchati or aham ichhami? Chittam ichhati or aham ichhami? I want or the mind wants? Who wants? I. So the moment I wants it, then what happens? Oh. Now you create your little star inside. You create a star. I want to be free also. I want to be free, I want to hear, I want to taste, I want to touch, I want to smell. I don't want to touch, I don't want to smell, I don't want to, I give up everything. When you give up everything, for 2 minutes you are very relaxed. Like people, those who are tired of the job, what do? 20 years working. Tomorrow, D-Day, Independence Day. Freedom. How many days? How many days? 3 days, 4 days? 50 days? Great man, I think you should do it. something you should do. Why you wanted freedom, now you are free. Who is doing that? Who is creating the storm? When you create the storm, and you are completely, literally swirling around it. You are dragged by the whirlpool of thought. You are also lost in that thought. Then the object comes. You get the object. When you get the object, what happens? The whole build-up in which you are also buried. Inside the thought, inside the desire is buried, right or wrong? Inside the desire, the huge build-up, the builder also is inherent. You get that object in one stroke, what happens? Boom. The thoughts and thinker, the desire and desire, both go. Okay? Because the Ahankara is a shadow, it returns. Shadow you bury. Try to bury your shadow. You come up, you can never bury. That is why Ahankara is so smart. What should he say? Oh, I have understood everything. No problem. I have understood everything. But I understand everything. But then basic facility, basic human needs. What are the basic human needs? At least one house. Oh, yes. At least one car. Yes. At least one video. Yes. At least one world trip. At least. It's very simple. What do people say that? Who is doing it? Whom are you cheating? The moment these thoughts go away, what happens? Now you are one with it. When this I disappears, what happens? That time you are with yourself. Always with yourself, but you can't know it. It goes away. When the thoughts go, listen carefully. You are conscious of the thoughts. When the thoughts are gone, what happens? When the thoughts go away, thinkers go away, what happens there? Emptiness or consciousness? Space or emptiness? This is space. Now all of us disappear. The room is now full of space or emptiness? Space. You understand the difference? If you want to say emptiness as space, I don't mind. But space, when there is no thought, no thinker, void or consciousness? Are you conscious or not? You are conscious of the thought, thoughts go. You are still? You are in that. Now who is there to Vanchati, Sochati? Who is there? Anybody there? Here. Instead of meditating half an hour a day, can you be fully conscious the whole throughout the day? Or else the meditation becomes another voltage. I, for instance, I meditate this one. My routine is I half an hour I meditate. 23.5 hours I agitate myself. Beautiful meditation. God bless you. Are you getting that point? This is so stupid. You understand? And once you see this, the presence and absence of these things doesn't matter. Are you getting that? It was always there and it will be there. For my sake, I am enlightened and this is all gone. You know what happened to you guys? I realize you disappear. Do you like it? Huh? Or even I realize, I understand it and my body disappears. Anybody interested in that knowledge? You learn driving and once you learn driving, the car is gone. Anybody interested? Once you are free, your body is gone, no thoughts. Why? Very mystical. No thought. Impractical stupidities. You understand? You see that? understand, once I understand myself, finished. Then what happens? Now there is no name, no nothing. That continues. How long it continues? Let it continue forever. But my body will not continue forever. As long as it is there, beautiful. I don't want it to last, to last forever, nor that I want it to die now. Because living is not a problem, dying is not a problem. As long as they are ready, they are. So, do you understand? So who is the problem? Chitta or Aham? The thoughts or the I thought? Can you say I thought also a problem? That also is not. Because in ignorance, it seems to be a problem. In knowledge, it is a blessing. You have to use it now. So you only know. Listen carefully. So please see this. Therefore, you only can see for yourself how you are using. And that is the third verse we can go now. Tada bandha. It's an amazing verse. Tada bandha yadha chiktam saktam kashu api drishtishu. That kashu api drishtishu, you must see. This is out of the universe. It's just wow. Kashu api drishtishu. Kashu api drishtishu means, in our modern day language, you can say from any standpoint. From any standpoint. Kashu api drishtishu saktam chet. Suppose you are somehow, there is a hint of, listen carefully, there is a hint of dependence on anything. What is that? It can be a sound of any kind. Endless now. You go, you analyze for yourself. This traffic sound may not bother you. Flying, what is that, the plane flying over doesn't bother you. Helicopter flying over doesn't bother you. The dogs barking doesn't bother you. But the microphone from the village, enough. The microphone is not there all the time. Swamiji, in this house, my spouse, my partner, my friend, my husband, whatever, always, oh, drives me crazy. Enough. Listen carefully. You can say that you are all Brahman, absolutely, Swamiji, very nice. But it's mosquito, you know how the mosquito sings? We were playing Scrabble. There is an Canadian, an American boy from South Africa. Long back, I don't know where is he now. So we are playing Scrabble, so he made a word T-I. You know, Scrabble, those of you play, you know, the stupid words, we make two-letter words. That's so stupid, you don't know what to do. Anyway, so he put T-I. I said, what is the T-I? He said, no, Swami, you don't know, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, si, la, ti. He said, but you should be knowing. He told me, you should be knowing. I said, why? Because in India, everywhere this sound is there. T. He said, what do you mean? These mosquitoes, what do they do? So if you say the mosquitoes are bothering you, and that can drive you crazy. You get so much lost in the mosquito, by chance somebody comes, sir, are you at home? Get out, always home. Who is doing that? Understand, friends? There may be millions of sounds. One sound is good enough. Which one? You never know. Depends on your mood. There are millions of sights. You don't care for 7 billion people walking, but your child walking, your husband walking, your wife walking, your friends walking, your somebody to whom you don't like walking down, finished. Kasvapi drishtishu. This is an amazing line. Please work on it. Kasvapi drishtishu. What it means is, do you have a weakness? Weakness means what? Do you have something on which you depend, that you are afraid it shall take away your happiness, or you are happy, feeling comfortable that it shall make you happy? Both way you shall be miserable. Do you understand, friends? How do people get into trouble? I have everything, but Swamiji, I don't have a particular, that 42-inch TV I don't have. I have everything. I want to go to Himalayas, I can. No, this stupid tsunami has destroyed Himalayas, I cannot go for 7 years. Finished. You understand? I asked the person to give me a flower bouquet or a garland at 10 o'clock. Now it has become 1 o'clock, the fellow has not brought. So your blood pressure is going up. Understand, friends, even if there is a little whisper of a reaction, understand carefully, whisper of a reaction, you are existing. Can you have all the reactions, all the moods without you being there? Swamiji, how to have that? Pretensions. You don't like that word, pretensions? Acting. All right, more honorable. How do you act? How do you act? Oh, I never act. Whatever I think, I speak. Really? Mr. Perfect? Think. Some people say they are very short-tempered. Oh, very angry, very angry. I'm very angry. Very short-tempered. Against whom? Only against the vulnerable, weaker people. You are 6 feet, the fellow is 4 feet 2 inches. If he doesn't, you rout it. No? You are a rich man, powerful man, somebody is there, oh, you can show him off. See him off, just show him off. Hey, get lost. Right. But suppose you meet like Mullah one, big boy. Mullah one day was going. He went to a restaurant, had his food. After having his food, he came back. When he came out, he saw, what he saw, he couldn't believe it. Somebody has painted his donkey green. They don't go by car, they go by donkey. Somebody has painted the whole donkey green. The mullah got so wild, he goes back and stands on the gate of the restaurant in the entrance and says, I want to know who amongst you painted my donkey green, or else gave out the threat. Everybody is copying quiet. From the back of the restaurant, one Afghan gets up, 6 feet 7 inches, with a big sword on the waistline, garland of bullets with a gun, and he said, I did it. And what Mullah says, sir, the first coat is dry, please go for the second coat. What happened to your anger? What happened to your anger? Silly people go through these moods. Anger, hatred, jealousy. Everything comes out of what? Sense of comparison and contrast. He has, I don't have. Now suddenly you say, I am Brahman, all pervasive, so where is the question? I don't have. This is not a joke. Your sense of fulfillment, completeness, totality is so complete. You don't compare yourself with anybody. And even in case you compare, it is more to appreciate and not to push down the other fellow. Never. This is wisdom. Ignorant person, what he will do? Because he is insecure, he shall look for dirt everywhere, like a fly, goes for the dirt. The wisdom is like a swan, hamsa, takes away the milk, leaves the water, sees good in everybody. What is this good in everybody? You see the best. What is this best? Immortality, absolute, freedom, consciousness, reality, divinity, name it, whatever you like. What the person himself is not capable of looking at. That is where comes the beauty of this teaching and learning. The person is not aware of a dimension which you are aware of it. Are you getting that point, please? So you are so happy with yourself, you make others also happy. How do you make others happy? helping them to discover you are the happiness. Don't worry about your anger, hatred, jealousy. Shut it off. What you have, I have no interest. You must know who you are. Wise man. Ignorant fellow? Interest only in what you have. And to make you feel crazy about it. I have this, you don't have this. I am holier, you are stupid. I am poor, you are rich. So, how can you be rich? I will punish you. Why can't you enjoy somebody's riches, happiness, comfort? Do you understand the language? It's all because ahankar, I thought. Yada aham tada bandha. Underline that and put it on your board. Anywhere. Inside your house, anywhere. Put that. Yada naham tada moksha. Yadaham bandhanam tada. When there is this I thought, unconsciously identify with it, that is bondage. So I is bondage. I has no bondage. Are you getting that? The I is the bondage. There is no other bondage anywhere. Shall we give so much of power to the shadow? You say that. After that you smile. No bondage. What bondage? This fellow is my servant, my slave. I'll use it as I like. You understand? At one time, because of ignorance, you are afraid of it. Now when you know how to handle it, you have to, is it such a big thing to understand? So difficult, huh? Ask the child to go to the water. Oh, I don't want to go. Have you seen any child jumping into water just like that? No, I don't want. Then mommy will, daddy, come, take it. And make him fly, make him swim there flat, to put up that balloon and other things, the fellow floats and all that stuff. And once he knows how to swim, is he afraid of water? If you know how to handle your mind, are you afraid of your thoughts? Afraid of the world? Afraid of the I thought? Why? Because you know yourself. You know more. Oh boy, what shall I say? You know more. You know more. Don't want to move for the sake of happiness. So contented with myself, always at rest with myself. A thought is not needed, perception not needed, creation is not needed. In Avadhuta Gita it comes. Vyapare khidyate yastu unmesha nimeshayorapi tasya alasya dhurinasya sukham na anyasya kasyachi. Vyapare khidyate yastu. Yaha khidyate. Who feels, listen, language, khidyate. One who feels tired, exhausted. For what? Unmesha nimeshayorapi. To open and close his eyelid. Very tough action, na? The fellow feels exhausted to open your eyes and close his eyes. For what? For happiness sake. To be happy, you must open your eyes. No, I can't do that. To be happy, close your eyes. Why? I am so happy, I don't have to even open or close my eyelids. What to talk of what the eyes see. To be happiness, I don't have to have a thought. What is the question? A series of thought or no thought? And what the thoughts identify with or what the I identify with it, I don't have to have even I thought or any thought. Mukti, you understand? Whew. Suddenly you free the entire universe from your torture. You are tormenting the universe. You are tormenting the thought. You are tormenting your body. Who creates your habit, friends? Who creates your habit? Alcohol creates your habit or you are creating habit out of alcohol? Food creates your obsession, you are creating an obsession out of food. Thoughts create your obsession, or you are creating an obsession out of your thought. Who? God, right? Then go to God and say, please save me. The God also cannot save you. Difficult? Because you can save somebody who is not saved. Who is already saved, how can you save him? Like a bald person going for a haircut. God is my shaving, God is my barber. What barber I should go to? That is why the barbers, they say the bald people have to pay more. You know that joke, right? They have to pay more in the, what is that? Barber shop. Why? Barber asked, sir, how, after this bald man goes go for a thing and asked how much to pay? Sir, 30 rupees. What? You are taking for ordinary haircut 20 rupees and why for me 30 rupees? He says, sir, here I have to look for the hair. When everything is not there, so what is the question of how to save? Both way you can make save or shave, both way. How to save somebody who is already saved, or how to shave somebody who is already shaved. Ahankara is what? Saved or shaved? Both way fine. Both way fine. Yes, so good. Yadaham. If you are even for a listen carefully, if you are even for a moment feeling stressed out, angry, frightened, depressed, miserable, or lost in excitement, lost in so-called pleasures or whatever, understand, bound. You are there, ahankara is there. Because without its presence, reactions are not possible. Involuntary reactions are natural. Involuntary reaction is, see, did I choose to close my eyes? Try to push your finger into your eyes. Because involuntary. Desires are not involuntary. Think. Desires are not involuntary. Suddenly I see desire on look. Can a thought by itself gets converted to a desire? Suppose you don't want the object. Think. If you don't want the object, can the object be desirable? I don't want it, but I am troubled by that. Why? Because my child wants it. So your desire is child should not want it. Somewhere you are connected. Are you getting that point, please? Because unless you are there, you cannot suffer. That is, when you are with yourself, as Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, what is that? ASHTAVAKRA chapter. Any verse you can take. Apuryamanam achala pratishtham samudramapa pravisanti yadvad tadvat kamayam pravisanti sarve sasantim apnoti na kama kami. Hey Arjuna. Apuryamanam achala pratishtham samudram yadvat apaha pravisanti. As when the waters enter into the ocean, which is full and complete. Ocean is full and complete by itself. Apuryamanam achala pratishtha. It doesn't cross its border. Borderless ocean. Take an example. Samudram apaha pravisanti. Waters pour into it in the thick of the rainy season. Millions of tons of water pouring into the ocean through thousands of rivers. The ocean doesn't overflow. In the advent of summer, when the rain stops, no more water is pouring into the ocean. The ocean doesn't dry up. Always the fullness continues. Same way, here Arjuna, to whom the ocean of consciousness, into which the ocean of to whom the person went to the ocean of consciousness, rivers of sense organs pouring in impressions of the sense objects. There are 5 rivers continuously flowing. Are you getting that? Sound, touch, taste, smell, sight, continuously pouring in. All these impressions. Do not make the consciousness to overflow. No perception, no thought, there is no drying up. Same fullness continues. Shanti Maha. But suppose, I don't know why this particular thought is again and again and again and again coming. Who is talking? Who is talking? I mean, I'm really, I am consciousness, but I'm disturbed by the thought. What consciousness you are? You are a word. You are just a pompous, empty word. How Bhagavan says, Yasmin sthitena guruna dukkhena vivichalyate. Hey Arjuna, Yasmin sthite, established in which guruna api dukkhena na vichalyate. Even if worst of disasters strike, na vichalyate. There is no vichalana, there is no agitation. Why? I am not affected. Yasmin sthite guruna api dukkhena na vichalyate. Mukti, liberation. Liberation is not, friends, absence of I thought, absence of other thoughts, absence of sensations, absence of sense organs, absence of sense object, absence of universe. Freedom is in spite of the I thought, in spite of the other thoughts, in spite of the sense organs, in spite of the sensations, in spite of the objects. That is why there is no struggle either to remove something or to invoke something. How is that? Huh? It is so beautiful. You see that? You are dimensionless. Listen, I am making a very gross statement. You are dimensionless. Somebody tells you, oh, very rich fellow. You smile. Why? You are affected. You are not identifying with it. That person thinks you are rich and therefore he is ridiculing you. Or he says, a poor fellow talking nonsense. Who bothers about it? What I have. Okay. Come to your body. Hey, stick. Because you are like a, one stick, walking stick. Hey, walking stick. Dimensionless. Talking about my body. Pumpkin. Football. Body. Talking about your thoughts. Dance. Cannot understand anything. I'm conscious. I know it. Very smart. You don't, your heart doesn't, go down. Oh, yes. Understand, friends, when people praise you, there may be a motive. When people want to pull you down, also there may be a motive. So you want to be pushed up or pulled down? If you can be pushed up, you can be pulled down. If you can be flattered, you can be flattened. Don't worry. When you are who you are, nobody can flatter you. Why nobody can flatter you? Because you have all the gunas. Gunagara, samsara, paro, gunagara, guna agara. You are the agara, the storehouse of every guna. Therefore, when somebody says you are very kind, thank you. You don't feel elated about it. Never feel flattered. Therefore, you can never be flattened. Somebody can withdraw that and say, oh, I don't like you. You are like this. Thank you. This means what? Or else you shall be giving yourself the hands of the ignorant person. Please know, friends, that kasvapi drishtishu, very important. Millions of sounds do not affect me, only one. Millions of touches do not affect me, only one touch I am afraid of. Millions of tastes I am not afraid, only one taste I am not getting. Millions, One thing, friends, one thing can drive you crazy, because that ahankara, if it has somewhere down the line, you forget for a moment, like a atom bomb, like a bomb, it will explode. It will explode. Just please, you are just walking down, happy, I am very happy with myself and everything like that. Then you discover something dirty is there. Something dirty is lying on there. Immediately thought comes, oh, so dirty. Ah, these people are not looking after it. These fellows are all useless. From what? Look, where is the dirt now? Think. But you are not looking at the dirt inside you. You are always looking at how other people are making it dirty. Ayyo. This is where people deludedly succeed in tormenting themselves. Yet there will be self-righteousness about it. Justify. No. Kasu api drishtishu. Listen carefully. You listen to somebody, another viewpoint, another religion, another philosophy, another standpoint. Fools, idiots, waste of time. For him, it is life. Don't crucify him. You are really interested? Go with him. Yeah, what you are telling is right. You want to listen? Something else is there. You can take it, fine, reject. Choice is yours. But you don't become superior. Are you getting that point? You don't become superior. Because ultimately, please appreciate that, ultimately who you are is who the other is. That is your ground reality. Are you getting that point, please? Who you are is the other person is. So what is your superiority? And the more you have that sense of superiority, you shall be constantly on a boiling point. Why? Afraid somebody supersede you. And you shall be looking down upon the people who are inferior. You consider inferior, again continuously you shall be down and down and down. Incomparable existence. How beautiful. That is what it is. Tada moksha yada chittam asaktam sarvadrushtishu. Asaktam sarvadrushtishu. You are traveling in a vehicle. You have already decided where you should sit down. Somebody else comes and sits down. Your Brahma Vidya goes through that. You understand? No, you must see it. It's very important, friend, very important. You forget you are the Brahman, the Absolute. Now you are a holy man. So now waiting. How many people coming and touching my foot? So you are now scanning people. Who is looking at you with respect, who is looking at you with disrespect. By chance somebody doesn't bother for you. Swamiji, a lot of arrogant people are here. Why? Because they did not tell me good morning, right? What a waste. When you are a happy person, literally flying, soaring high in the sky of consciousness, are you worried if somebody is looking at you or not looking at you? Just think. Anywhere you can be disturbed. Just there is a lot of little flowers are there or some 10 pieces of chocolates are there. Given out, by chance you did not get it. See, deliberately avoided me, gave it to everybody and not me. Crisis. Crisis. Because you go on interpreting. If you are a contented person with yourself, what will happen? It's okay. Even if somebody deliberately denies you something, you shall say what? He must have his reasons. Maybe it was not enough. How does it matter? It's okay. Thank you. No problem. Like Mullah one day was going on a donkey. And he was going in a donkey, fell down. Now you understand? You are going in a fast car, suppose something happens, people can understand. You walking, if you fall down, now everybody laughs. Why? There is a sense of superiority comes over. No. A fool is doing something which I cannot do, which I will not do. That's why people laugh at others. Very silly. But suppose he fell down and everybody start laughing. Mullah gets up and says, how do you know? I don't have a reason for it. Maybe he has a reason for it, now you are fooled. Because he chose to. Now you give a reason to somebody. Why is he doing that? He must have the reasons to do it. So you do not feel disappointed. You don't feel disrespected. You don't feel dejected. Don't say he or she neglected you. You are neglecting yourself. Are you getting that point, please? You are completely neglecting yourself. You don't know who you are. Yada naham tada moksha. That is liberation. Yadaham bandha. Bandha means what? Suffering, pain, anxiety will continue. Not that therefore you don't say anything. You go to the seashore and these dry fish are like, yeah, lovely stink comes out of it. So I am a wise man. So stinks, oh lovely stink. No. How is this stink? Oh, it stinks. Okay, walk out. But no unnecessary creating a huge scene out of it. Look at these fellows. All this time, hey, do something about it. Can't do something about it. Just get out and go. You have got a disease? Yes. Can you fix it? Yes. Do it. Can't be done? Enjoy it. That reaction, understand, that pratikriya, please understand friends, that reactions are completely yours. What comes in life, over that you have no choice. How you react over that, you should have a choice, right or wrong. What comes in life, do you have a choice over it? We say, no, good day. What is this good day? Day comes or a good day comes? Day comes. Good or bad, you make it. Same thing, everything. This is, please, matveti helaya matva ma kinchit gruhana ma vimumcha ayyo. So having known this, helaya, effortlessly, ma kinchit gruhana, neither you accept something, nor you vimuncha, nor you have the struggle to give up something. And that begins with the I thought. I thought itself, effortlessly, there is neither to accept it, nor there is to reject it. If it is there, use it. Not there, don't worry about it. Not there, you want to use it, bring it up and use it. Thoughts you can bring up and use. I thought, can you not bring up and use? Come on, just see the simplicity of it. I thought, can you not bring up and use it? Yes or no? Huh? Other thoughts, can you bring up and use it as you choose? Other thoughts may not come. Remember when was Akbar, what is that boy? Haldi Ghat battle, which is what is the year? But when you are 7th standard, 8th standard, history, you read it, no? What is Kanishka's father's name? Who cares? So bring one thought and function according to that. You may or may not be able to do it. I thought, anybody. That is why it's such a beautiful thought. First you make it a chap chap chap, then you say, okay, come back. That is the beauty. Khandana, mandana. That is the tradition. First you remove, everything is waste. Then everything is beautiful. Creation is beautiful. Body is wonderful. Thoughts are fantastic. I thought, whoa, consciousness, of course. No thought, no I thought, no body, no world, no sensation. Consciousness, wonderful. You say, always. Since you are wonderful, everything becomes wonderful around. Are you getting that point? When you are happy with yourself, other people will not have the problem of struggle of adjusting with you. You don't have to have a, listen carefully, you don't have to have a strain or struggle for adjusting with a happy person, because he is always with the mood that is around, like water. Whichever shape it comes, water takes that shape. Wise man moves like a water. Whichever shape comes, that shape he takes. Triangle, triangular. Rectangle, rectangular. Circle, circular. Water has no shape, but whichever shape, it's no problem. Jale jalam taile tailam. He's like a drop of water in the water, oil in the, drop of oil in the oil. Invisible. That is why so easy to hang around a wise person. So easy. Because that is why being around a wise person, ignorant person can sometimes misunderstand that he has become wise. Because the wise man will always adjust, will always go around and take them along. So the person thinks he must be now already wise. Left alone for 2 minutes, otherwise. Because suddenly he says, how come I am accepted there and these fellows not accepted? They don't recognize my good qualities. No, no, no. The other one ignores your stupid qualities and accommodates you. Other people, since they have their own limitations, they can't accept your limitation also. Therefore, being around a wise man and being wonderful is no credit. You being happy with yourself. And your taste of their wisdom is how many people are comfortable around you. Ignorant man is like a fire. Listen carefully, friends. Ignorant man is like a fire. Ignorant person, arrogant person, what you call as the khala, the person who is not aware of himself and stupid, is like a fire. You touch him, you get burnt. Even if it's cold, the cold coal makes your hands dark. Cool also will stain you. That is why keep away from ignorant means keep away from the dushta, the people who are pretending to be wise. Very difficult. Either it will burn you or it will stain you. In wisdom, there is no question of anything burning you, staining you, or you are burning anybody or staining anybody. Amazing. So please remember this line. We really never have to take this line because this is the ultimate, friends. There is no other problem in life. Even your physical body, you can go on talking. Maybe tomorrow we shall do with that and we'll start it. Even in physical body, you can say, I'm so happy with myself until stomachache begins. Right? So happy with myself until toothache begins. I'm not telling you a joke. I'm not trying to make you an example of myself. But I've gone through. The other day, few years back, I had that kidney stone coming down. I had never had this. Never. Nobody talks about me also suffering because if I'm happy, everybody is happy. Nobody talks about. When I had this, I was rolling. But then I was wondering, believe me, inside, how can it happen? I don't want to. So what is this? Inside I was going crazy, excitement. How can this happen? I didn't know. I said, what? Is it heart? Heart is not here. What is this? Then, anyway, went to the hospital. By the hospital, this took out, somehow it fell off by itself. Then, suddenly I'm free. Then the doctor told me this is kidney stone, it fell off. All right. So, I only know how I went through it. Happily or unhappily. Others will not know. Another day in hospital. Long time back. There was some little typhoid or something. They gave some, what do they call? Drip. I am lying down there. Suddenly I discover my body, boom, jumping like this. Like this jumping. Then I say, how can it do that? How can this fellow get up by itself? Come on. So I lie down. Very conscious. Again it goes. What is this? Again I stay there. Again it jumps. Then I call the nurse was passing. Somebody, I say, come, just come. And I will literally smile. I say, come in. Why this is jumping? I don't want it. Then you say, oh, Riger. What is this Riger? Some people are something about with this, some medicine they are not good to, so we can't take. Okay. Other day, toothache. Hey, whole night. Say, wow, this is pain. Mind can never be painful. With this knowledge, your mind will be absolutely fantastic, nothing. But physical pain, you can't take it away, wish it away. Physical pain, if a stone falls on your leg, can you say, Brahmasmi? Got it. Stupid. Don't do that. I am going to hold my nose. And mentally, when you have got any conflict, can you do some physical action? Run, jump, do something? Yeah, you may forget it, but again it will come back. Resolve it. So that is a mental problems are no problems if you know how to handle that. So know yourself, this whole thing is beautiful. You can take a lot of pain on the body, but let it, why suffer it out? If it can be, that is why medicine is so nice. So in our generation, when there are medical facilities are going literally on leaps and bounds, physical comfort, physically healthy, with this knowledge, mind is beautiful, and who you are is totally disease free. Physical disease, mental disease, discomfort. Totally free from both. What life it will be? Absolute joy every moment. Remember these words, friends. Tomorrow we shall see it again. When I am, if there is a sense of suffering, bondage, you are there. Don't say, because of the I, bondage comes. No. If there is a sense of bondage, ahankar is there. If there is no sense of bondage, either there is a forgetful about sense of bondage. Forgetful and sense of bondage is not free from bondage. So watch out. If there is no sense of bondage, not because there is a forgetfulness of a sense of bondage, but you are free, meaning that moment, I is there. So, be free and be free to bring the I, to use it as you like. Thoughts, body, creation. Always happy with yourself. Close your eyes. This is what how beautifully ASHTAVAKRA arts it up, so that there is nothing to renounce, nothing to give up, nothing to grab, nothing to resolve, nothing to invoke. Meditation as it is. You see that, friends, very, very nicely, because you use these things in your daily life. With that language, kashu api drishtishu. In a house you are talking, suddenly you don't like somebody talking a little louder, you may go through a heavy reaction. Conscious. You ask the driver to come on time, did not come. Heavy reaction. Go to the shop, the vegetable you want is not available. Heavy reaction. Stand on the bus stand, every bus is going except your bus. Heavy reaction. You want the rain to stop, rain doesn't stop. Heavy reaction. Don't think they're small things. The small things will taste you out more. The bigger things you can always take care. I'll tell you a story with that, we'll finish, okay? That, that beautiful thing. When there was a Zen master. This consciously training is a conscious action in life. So one day he asked the children, boys, the students, go up the tree. So everybody goes up the tree, big tree. They go up. And as they reach the top, they come down. Everybody starts coming. As they come down, just 10 feet below the ground, just 10 feet above the ground, this teacher has got a stick in his hand, hits them, careful. Everybody got the hit. So they came back and tell the teacher, what type of careful is this? When we are getting up to the tree, right onto the top, that time we should tell her, shout us, careful, careful, careful. 10 feet, careful. He said, yes, that is the time you will be careless. When you are on the height of the tree, I don't have to say be careful, you will be careful, because you don't want to fall. The moment you take for granted that it's no problem, boom, that is the time you can sleep. So, big things you can handle. Can you handle small things? Understand, friends, there is no big thing without small things. So, every moment, you can stand, go there, stand there for food. Oh, that is over. Finished. Just think. You want to, oh God, anything. You want the top leaf, which is the last leaf, but somebody gives you the flat one, the middle one. Nice leaf there. Look at this leaf. Persecuting, 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 because you forget yourself. But you have no sense of self-persecution at any time. Why? Freedom is so much, happiness, comfort is so much. You know, these things even don't register. What is the best? Whatever I have in my hand is the best. What is the best body in the world? Mine. Why? Because my body. What is the best house? My house. Why? My apartment, I stay there. Talking about that's stupid. His house. My house is the best house. Why? Because I am here. Beautiful mind? Yes. Why? Because my mind. Why should I be jealous of somebody's mind? Let them have that. Who sings best? I sing it also best. The mullah was singing very nicely in the bathroom. Very nicely. So he was so impressed by his song. He said, I should go and sing in the, that Mujahideen, not Mujahideen, Mujahideen, something there. The one who calls from the mosque. So I shall go and everybody should listen. So he goes there and starts shouting, like a gada, like a donkey. Everybody said, get down. What type of nonsense you are doing there, torturing everybody? He said, build a bathroom, then you will know. So put a bathroom on the top of the minar, then I can sing well. Whose voice is best? Mine. In a sense, self-confidence. Self-confidence. That is why when you come to classes, you don't transfer your confidence to teacher is good. Then you shall be useless. Scripture is wonderful. You shall be useless. You don't come here to previously you have transferred your confidence to your money, to your property, to your people, to your position. Now in the religious, you have transferred your confidence to your God, to your faith, or to a guru. Then what happens? Somebody destroys it. Finished you are. Neither the teacher helps you to transfer your confidence from yourself to somebody else. It transfers you to yourself. Whatever you have transferred, it goes back to you. You be the best. Why? You are the best. Consciously be yourself. Okay? Go for it. Thank you. Have a nice time. We'll see you tomorrow, same time.